Hello, I'm Maddie.
Hello, I'm Karina.
And welcome back to Everything About the Fairy Tale Sink. Just want to give a general content warning on this episode. This episode contains talks of things that some viewers might find disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised. Proceed with caution. Karina, however, gets no choice.
Karina might take a snack as an excuse to walk away for a little bit.
No, you stuck.
I'll come back.
No, you stuck. Anyways, right. We will do, because we didn't really do a catch-up in our last episode, which, as you can tell by our clothing, we are filming same day. So we will do a longer catch-up at the end of this episode because it will be on the shorter end, and it'll be nice to balance out what I'm about to share with you guys with some nice things that Karina and I did over the summer.
Yay.
Anyways, shall we get into it?
We shall.
Wait, no, we shall not.
Recommendations. We have recommendations.
Do you have yours?
Yeah, I'm going to change mine. So my original recommendation was Gnocchi, which by the way is very good. But instead, I will recommend Kim's Convenience. It's on Netflix. We all know I love Simu, but it is genuinely a very fun time. I really enjoy Canadian comedies. Schitt's Creek, one of the best shows.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like a good mindless sitcom, you'll enjoy the first few episodes, and then it gut punches you with feelings.
I watched the first 2 episodes and couldn't get past it. I can't really do mindless sitcoms. It's absolutely nothing against the show. It's just me.
Yeah.
It's not them, it's me.
Yeah, if you like a kind of more mindless style show, it is a fun show for that. If you like Modern Family, if you like
Schitt's Creek, The Office, Parks and Rec, any sitcom.
It's a good one. It's a fun time. And there's an attractive man in it, so.
My recommendation is definitely anything but mindless. There is plot to it, and you do have to pay attention to it. My recommendation is The Night Manager. I almost said The Night Marchers, like the episode we did.
Ooh.
But it is The Night Manager on Amazon Prime. It is TVMA because gore and mature topics. But it is about a man who works as a night manager in a hotel, and he is a former soldier, and he gets all wrapped up in illegal arms dealings, and it's very good. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, so possible TV recommendations for both types of people. There's apparently only 2 types of people in the world.
So this urban legend, unlike other urban legends I've covered before, is a broad general urban legend. I could not really find, actually that's a lie, I did find the exact origin, but it's not exclusive to one area. It is known all around, especially for those who like horror and are like me and read the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books. So this is a story commonly told around campfires, at sleepovers, and when people just want to scare their friends, because this is a very scary story, and you know, it's great. So the version that people know today dates back to 1982. The story was originally taken from a piece of fiction written in 1919. I forgot a number. Another story says that there is a tale of it published in, I'm assuming 1870 something, because I wrote 187, but did not put the 4th number. Anyway, so this work, the 1800s work, is M.R. James's story called The Diary of Mr. Pointer. In the story, Mr. Pointer purchases a manuscript that he slowly realizes is from a student who is obsessed with his own hair and has since passed away. It's very weird. Anyways, Mr. Pointer is petting his dog as he's reading his manuscript and soon realizes that the thing by his side has not been his dog at all. You getting the
corpse?
You getting the story here? Nowadays, the main character is either a young woman or an old lady. I don't know why we have to put women as the forefront, but
because women fall for scary things.
And instead of summing up the story, I figured I would just read the story to make sure that I get it as accurate as possible, and just for that extra spooky factor so I don't forget any details. So this version is the main character being a young girl. So this story, you know, the young girl was home alone at night, but protected by her dog, who was a very large border collie. And the parents told the girl to lock all the windows and doors after they had left. They were just going on a date night. It was supposed to be something really easy. But there was a window in the basement. What?
How old is this girl?
I don't know, but
Is
my
she, like,
assumption
our
is
age, or?
no. My assumption is probably like 10 to 12.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a window in the basement that could not shut completely. So doing her best, the girl tried to shut the window but could not succeed. She gave up and went back upstairs, and to make sure no one could get in, she deadbolt locked the basement door. So even though the window couldn't shut, she had the basement deadbolt locked.
Okay.
So if they did manage to get in, they couldn't get past the deadbolt because it deadbolted from the outside.
Yeah.
Yep. So she sat down, had some dinner, fed her dog, and went to sleep for the night. Settling down, she snuggled up in bed, and her dog slept underneath her bed, but with its head poking out.
Mm-hmm.
She reached her hand down and let her dog lick her hand and said goodnight. But during the night, she woke up with a start. The girl lay there wondering what had woken her, when suddenly she heard a noise. It was a dripping sound that seemed to be coming from the bathroom. She thought that she had left the sink on, or that her drain was just kind of leaky. So she decided it wasn't a big deal and went back to bed. She felt nervous, so she reached her hand over the edge of the bed and let the dog lick her hand again for reassurance that he would protect her. Again, at about 3:45, she woke up hearing dripping. Again, she reached down and let the dog lick her hand, then fell back to sleep.
Why do I feel like this isn't a dog?
At 6:42, the girl decided she had had enough. She got up just in time to see her parents were pulling up to the house. Good, she thought, now somebody can fix the sink, because I know I didn't leave it running. She walked into the bathroom, and I gave a content warning at the beginning. There was the collie dog, skinned and hung up on the curtain rod. The noise she heard was the blood dripping into a puddle on the floor. The girl screamed and ran into her bedroom to get a weapon in case someone was still in the house. And there, on the floor, next to her bed, she saw a small note written in blood saying humans can lick too.
I'm upset right now. Why do we have to kill the dog?
How you doing?
Literally the only part of that story that fazed me was the fact that the dog died. Also, yeah, humans suck. I think the scariest part of the story is that it's a human at the end and not a monster.
Mm-hmm.
But also the dog. You know, I do have some comfort, though, in knowing that, like, part of the story is that she was relying on the border collie to be her protector. The thing is, I also have a large dog, but he has more anxiety than I do.
Yeah, that is the story of the licked hand. So this whole time, a human was under her bed licking her hand. So the moral of the story is lock your windows, lock your doors, check your closets, check your attics if you have it, check any space where a human could fit, and don't sleep with your hand dangling off of a bed.
Also buy pepper spray.
Yeah, that too.
And yeah, if you live alone, just have a baseball bat.
I chose the version of the story that didn't involve a serial killer because another version of the story did include a serial killer, and the serial killer was the one who was under the bed licking the girl's hand.
I figured. Yeah.
This one was just some rando who had issues.
So wrong. Just why the dog? I mean, yes, it would have been upsetting if the little girl died too, but why the dog? Shut up.
I really thought it would scare you more than this, but it's fine. Next week is worse. Like the next one that I'm doing is worse.
I was a little spooked.
Yeah.
But not too bad, actually.
That's
I'm just mostly upset.
You're getting braver.
Yeah, I did research the Stanley for like multiple nights on end.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Late at night, too. So like right before I went to bed, I was looking at ghost stories.
Good job. Anyways, what's coming next?
So next week we are looking at 1319 St. Charles Avenue, also known as, I believe, Maison St. Charles, which is in New Orleans. We know I love New Orleans.
I feel like I've heard of this one.
You might have. It's, I think, kind of a popular story. It's another spooky one. I was going to say,
these episodes are all coming out in October, so all of them are spookier than usual because Halloween.
But yeah, our MO is you try to traumatize me as much as possible, and I like haunted places, apparently.
Yeah, but you would never go to a haunted place because you're a coward.
I would go to New Orleans. New Orleans is my one exception. We know I love New Orleans. I want to know what's in that convent. I would probably chicken out, though. No, I wouldn't.
You talk the talk, but can you walk the walk?
Yeah, so next week we are looking at 1319 St. Charles Street, St. Charles Ave. We're going to be getting into some little bit of the devil. That sounded weird,
Oh.
but we're going to talk about the devil a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. What is your wish before we go in? Or do we want to do catch up first and then wishes?
Let's do wishes.
Okay.
My wish is that, this is coming out around Halloween. You find the perfect spooky decorations that you were looking for.
Oh, that's really good. My wish is that spooky decoration isn't $90 randomly, because there's a glass pumpkin at Michael's that's $90.
The problem with Halloween decorations is they're either extremely cheap and then fall apart really fast, or they are so expensive that you can't fathom buying them, but they are probably in the end the same exact quality as the cheap ones.
Yep.
Welcome to adulthood, where things are more expensive than you ever thought they would be, because couch pillows are like $30 each. Oh my God.
They had a pillow at Spirit Halloween, and I love Spirit Halloween. Yeah, so they had a Zero pillow, Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas, and it was like $25 for an 11-inch pillow.
On to the catch-up, because this episode was a little bit on the shorter end. And speaking of Halloween...
I didn't finish my wish.
Oh! Well, you talked forever.
But yeah, my wish is that you can easily access your favorite Halloween movie, whether that be if you like campy, kind of fun family Halloween on Disney+, or you like Netflix horrible horror movies, or you like the kind of movies that genuinely scare you so bad you can't sleep. I hope you can find it very easily.
Anyways, speaking of Spirit Halloween and on to the catch-up part, Karina and I and our good friend Amanda, who's been on here before, we went and saw Shang-Chi when it came out, and then decided to go to Spirit Halloween afterwards. I should not be allowed in Spirit Halloween.
No, I don't think the two of us should especially be allowed together.
You weren't as bad as I was, though. I was trying on a bunch of things, and I walked around with a cane for a little bit, and I was just causing all sorts of issues. Poor Amanda had never been in a Spirit Halloween before and was scared by some of the animatronics. And I was the one.
We expected.
She did, but I was also the one who was tempted to walk up behind her and go bah and scare her. So
yeah, no, it was a good time. They have like the kind of tarot style section now, and I'm like, I actually just want that as year-long decor because some of it's really cool.
And all the times we've ranted about Twilight in the past, we actually did go to Forks this summer.
We did. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm
not surprised that they still capitalize off of Twilight, but it was
good for them
everywhere.
So yeah, it is a lot of fun because a lot of the Twilight themed things are free, and that's definitely helpful. Because I would not spend money on Twilight.
I bought a pair of pants that say "Bite Me" on the butt.
She did. They're awful in the most funny way.
I bought a sweater. So much.
I bought a sweater. We went with a group of friends, and it was a lot of fun. We got to go to Ruby Beach. If you are ever on the coast of Washington State, please go to Ruby Beach. It is beautiful. That's like all I did this summer.
I also went on a vacation with my family. We flew to the East Coast and then took a road trip, which most people are like, that's so random. But I mean, with COVID and everything, we had to figure out where we could go that didn't have travel restrictions and didn't have, a 2-week quarantine. So we flew into Pittsburgh and we just kind of drove around a bunch of different states, went to the Cincinnati Zoo, went to a few haunted places, did a couple hikes. It was really fun. And I definitely want to go back to some of those places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to the East Coast. I don't think it's that random.
No, people just thought it was random that we flew and then took a road trip.
That's not normal. It's cheaper than flying everywhere.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's always how we've done it. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Did I do anything else over this summer?
Well, we also did do the most random activities. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, geez.
I also elephant in the room chopped my hair. Karina and I both got tattoos.
Oh, yeah. We both got tattoos.
It was eventful. I would show mine off because it's on my shoulder, but I'm wearing long sleeves.
I don't feel like showing my legs off because I am in pajama shorts and they're not shaved.
Snitches end up in ditches. They do.
By the way, that reminds me, because they said it in their episode. This should have been one of my recommendations, but if you guys aren't watching Jérôme...
You recommended them before.
Yeah, I know, but their current series they're doing on Blue Satan, is so good.
Incentive?
What?
You're gonna be buying that poster.
Okay, I am not buying a shirtless poster for my dorm room.
Whoever said anything about shirtless, that's immediately where your brain
did.
went. I did not.
You brought up you wanted me to get a sexy picture of Simu Liu.
No, I just said you get a poster of him. I never specified sexy. Anyways, if we hit 50 followers on Instagram, which we already have, and 50 subscribers on YouTube, I will buy a Loki poster, no longer a cardboard cutout, because I realized, we're not living in the mid-2000s anymore.
They're like impossible to find.
They're so hard to find. Also, they're so expensive.
You could go to Forks and steal that Jacob cutout that scared me like 4 times.
Why would I get a Jacob cutout?
Just put Loki's face on it.
Oh, no. Another incentive, if we hit 100 followers and 100 subscribers, Karina will buy a Shang-Chi poster. And the reason I'm being nice and saying Shang-Chi is because he's the character, not the actor. So yes. I'm buying a character poster.
I will buy a character poster.
Yeah. You're not going to have Tom Hiddleston living in the background of the videos. I mean, I will, but like it won't be him.
I am willing to buy a poster and just like put it right here because I have an empty space right here.
He will stare at you as you do work. If we hit 1,000, my stepdad Steve will will pretend to milk the plastic cow at Hagen. Yep.
Which, friendly reminder to anybody watching from anywhere other than Washington State, Hagen is a local grocery store. I believe they're just in Western Washington. They might be in Oregon as well.
I think they're only Western Washington. Like we said in the last episode, it's honestly very nice to be back.
It is. We have missed this.
We're happy to be here. You get our dumb antics again.
And yes, we are aware that we're very chaotic.
Yeah. Would you have us any other way, though?
I mean, we have been friends for like 7 years, so.
I also, right now, I'm looking like one of the most chaotic characters in the MCU, so it's fine.
I look like the exact opposite of you right now.
Yeah, we really do have opposite aesthetics right now. Anyways, we will see you all. I almost said tomorrow. We will not see you tomorrow. We will see you all.
No, we will see you next week.
Next week with Karina's spooky episode.